Alright, so this is day one of Retropalooza Dallas 2023. 10 minutes from the floodgates opening up, so this is kind of my last chance to, perfect chance to capture the vendor booths, the cool inventory, before it all gets picked over, kind of capture some of the prices I'm seeing. The market's really down in general. If you're viewing this video in a couple of years from now, right now is like a post-bubble pop kind of thing. Everything a couple of years ago was probably at its peak, highest it's ever been, pandemic, and now certain stuff is starting to look really attractive price-wise. So I think people are going to be selling stuff like crazy out here. Those people that are kind of being obedient to the market, like, I want to move it, so I'm going to go 10-20% under eBay on good quality stuff. Like, you'll see some of these numbers, and it's hard not to spend your money out here. So I think it's going to be simply put, I think it's going to be a buyer's market, as they say. Buyer's market, yeah. It's easy moving inventory right now. I'll get in there. Okay, here's a word of advice to anybody that ever wants to do a booth at a convention, especially if you're paying up to be at a big convention, you know? A major Comic-Con in your area where it's like $1,000 vendor booth kind of thing. Like, never do an interior booth. You know, like the horseshoe shaped. People think, you know, I get a little bit more perimeter, you know, rather than just doing an exterior perimeter. Be like, hey, I'll let people come inside my booth. You know what I mean? Like that. Dude, when it gets busy and you get certain people that'll just selfishly plant themselves in your booth and just spend an hour just looking at stuff in a corner of your horseshoe, nobody can come inside, nobody can shop around. So it's dangerous to do that. At a slower con, sure. Slower, cheap con, you know, it's like you can maximize your space that way. But all right, let me shut the hell up and try to capture. I'll go for killer, no filler. How about that? I'll try to find stuff that really piques my interest. Gotta keep it rolling. Like, you'll feel it when you're in a special booth where everything's just curated perfection, good taste stuff.
Yeah, but you know what's even better is the variety, the I guess the new age Tex-Mex, if you will.
Yeah,
so
I know exactly.
Like
NGPC.
or it's like Mexican,
Wow,
Korean food.
Chris,
I mean, dude, you'll get like Korean bulgogi tacos. I'm like, bro, that sounds
really
fire,
good,
dude.
though. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They have bulgogi ramen and stuff at this place, so they have all
This is my
sorts
friend
of
Richard.
Richard?
We met at Retropalooza Houston.
Hi, Richard. I'm doing a video. Do you mind if I?
No problem at all. Hello.
Hey, Richard. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Richard's got some good stuff. Buy from him.
I can tell that NGPC I've never seen before in my life.
You said that was Chinese, right?
So this is Japanese, and this is all brand new, sealed. So
Gotcha.
yeah, it hasn't even not been opened or anything.
That's a crazy piece. Ghouls and Ghosts GBA. Love that.
Look at this. I've never seen this.
It says What? A big box Saturn game by Capcom? Can you pull that out?
Nice meals.
A sealed. True. I want to see the back.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't want to knock. No, you're fine, Joe. No problem.
Joe's one-handed. Put your drink down.
I don't want to put it on the stuff.
Oh, it's heavy.
What the hell
It's
is
got like
that?
an art book. It's got like this.
It's a fighter.
Got it.
Pop-up display. So
Sick. Cool. Cyber. What's it called?
Cyberbots.
Cyberbots.
appreciate that.
All right, I'm gonna evacuate myself.
Nope, you're trapped. You're not allowed to.
Let me go. I gotta keep it rolling. Cyberbots. Probably the kind of title I should know. I'm sure it's some arcade port. Capcom. Oh, there's that thing, Josh.
9 minutes. 9 minutes.
It's so rough. Let's see. Excuse me? I've got a price question. How much for Mario Tennis?
$100.
100? Okay. Thank you. I might come back for that.
I saw you over here like,
It was Mario Tennis. I think, yeah, Josh Kusharski bought one yesterday for $40, and he said the guy had another one, but it's in worse shape. So I think maybe he got tipped off that it's. Do you know what that is? The Mario Tennis?
the box. It was the pack in the box was hard to find.
It's like the 13th CIB that a lot of. It's like with an asterisk.
I think you can only get it as a display box.
Right, it was only at rentals, but it has like a UPC code or like a product number that aligns with the rest of the Virtual Boy set. Like it's cool as hell, man, to have that piece. Okay, let me show the big boys. The Taito Trilogy. Look at that.
I remember when you got a Gym War card only back at the shop years and years ago.
A what one?
Remember Gym War? And we were like,
yeah.
oh, you never come across this. That was flea market days. Like,
Bur-
11 years ago.
That is like, those go so well together. Like the Clear Shot 3 Taitos, you know? I guess you got Power Blade 2 maybe is kind of up in there, but there's something lovely about those three
Those
games.
are like the 3 cartoony ones.
Yeah, right. Power Blade 2 doesn't really fit in, but they're all extremely rare, late Taito, and they have a similar art style to them.
This
Lovely
thing's
to see
another rare
that.
piece if you want to get a shot of this.
I'm not familiar with this.
They're always broken.
This I mean, if you just touch it, like it just
You still have the little tabs, the meta cards are always gone too. So that's honestly really as complete as you can get it. Yeah.
I found it in a daycare.
Really?
An old thing, like a person had a garage sale in their house.
And they had a daycare.
In the backyard was like a building that was a daycare. This was just like sitting amongst the toys.
I found something similar. I found a Turtles toy box.
The box? Oh,
Yes.
that thing's awesome.
Branded.
They didn't
Look at
have.
that.
She had the lid somewhere. And I
Box
was like,
only.
that
Some
thing
have
breaks off all the
manuals.
time.
Yes, and it had broken off. And
This game's, like,
so it was
always
somewhere else, and I was
minty.
like, well, I mean, will
I
you
think
go
there's,
less
like,
'cause
new
there's no
old
lid? She
stock
goes,
of it.
no. And it was like
Like if you go back in
$30
time, like
or
5-6
whatever, so I
years
was like, all right, I'll
ago,
come back for the
this
lid, and
wasn't
I
too
never went back
expensive
the
to
lid.
pick up on
I'm sure
eBay,
she never
factory
found it.
sealed.
Right?
So it'll never be an unobtainable sealed game kind of thing, you know. Some games are like that, where they're legit rare, but they're almost more common sealed than not. Like
Most of them are 64
Nosferatu
cents,
on SNES is kind of like
No,
that.
you're good. I don't have much. 64 stuff goes so fast.
Yes,
I
it
think I
does.
only have a handful of games on there.
Yeah, and I had
I can tell this has like the map and everything in it. Yeah, it does. You just tell by the heft and the quality. Nice Pirates Gold.
It came out of the same collection that these 3 came out of.
Oh, nice.
And the guy was very particular about his
Skate
stuff.
Bug Island.
Flawless, like Flintstones.
I love these booths just like this, where it's like, again, it's curated. It doesn't distract your eyes with too much fluff. It's like all just good, interesting, collectible type games. Kind of stuff people look for at conventions. You know, like the experienced collectors would come here and be in hog heaven. Battle Unit Zeoth. Only 135 on Skies of Arcadia Dreamcast. Those are the kind of prices I'm seeing out here, where it's just the market's a little down right now and people are still beating the market. So I guarantee you, if I film, I'll try to do that. I'll film tomorrow to do like a side-by-side comparison, and we'll be able to see like, yeah, this guy got wiped out, like sold half his rare cabinet kind of thing. I'm gonna pick this one
Yeah,
up.
sure, man.
I'm one-handed. 1 second.
I have your attention. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And then we're going to let the Retropaloozers in. 5
There you
minutes.
go. Thank you so much,
5
man.
minutes.
You're good, brother.
T-minus
Appreciate you. Yep.
5. Thank you.
Blowing through all my money, but Escape Bug Island. Little recommendation there for like a good rare Wii title, exclusive, really campy, kind of a B horror type of game, you know, where it's got some charm to it. It's like trying to be a legit survival horror game, but it's just goofy. Escape Bug Island. If you like rare, you like horror, and you like cheap, you know, because just nobody's ever talked about it. Nobody's ever featured it. But, you know, it's like one popular YouTuber away from doing a Let's Play on it, from it just doubling in price on eBay kind of thing. So scoop one up now while the price is good. Escape Bug Island. All right, I'm not going in any horseshoe booths, especially when these floodgates open. I'll get trapped. And when it's too much kind of stuff to sort through, I don't want to take my time looking for a treasure. Although you'll be able to showcase how I hunt. But again, like the prices are so good out here that the people that have the curated booths of just what you want to see, you experience collector guys, you know? Like, I'm trying to bring out the stuff that guys need. Those booths, man, prices are fantastic on a lot of these guys. And the thing is, I think the reason is that a lot of these people aren't store owners. They're not like traditional resellers. They're like collectors that are maybe thinning out or completely getting out, and they take advantage of Retropalooza. Retropalooza has always been like that. A lot of people
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
A lot of people come out to not really be a reseller, but just be a collector. Thinning. Lots of trading. Dude, crazy NES stuff here, by the way. Flash ball is very uncommon. Lots of those kind of like mid-tier, let's call them mid-tier. Just pure rarity though. They're like mid-tier because set collectors slowly thin them out. Prices start to creep up on some of that, like really bizarre, obscure stuff. I'm seeing several of that in here. Let's do a quick little. Let's see. Got some heavies here. Pocky and Rocky 2. 475. Kid Clown 550. Pretty on point, 1500. Zombie Nation. Oh, that was the NES punk right there. Hey. Alright, I filmed in there. This is Rad Junk's booth. Film
Can
that
you help
later.
me real quick?
Yeah, what do you need?
Can you unbox this carefully? Because I'm gonna.
I gotta end my video.
I can actually do it.
I'm like really bad.
I should help you.
I'm
I
pretty
should.
gentle.
That's why I have
No, I'm
a
gonna
bunch of
capture
really
this.
Delicate hands. That
What's going on, Joe? I see
I'm trying
high-end
to work
stuff.
a deal towards Samson with the Cinti.
Is this stuff that you brought into Retropalooza? Is that what's going on here? Very
Oh,
cool.
I'm the chocolatier over there. This is my friend's stuff.
Gotcha. Tailgater, Game Boy. I can tell it's all just crazy high-end stuff. It looks like Snow Bros Game Boy box in there.
That's right there.
Bizarro stuff.
Okay, so manual.
I'm gonna. Wow, Flintstones on Game Boy. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Okay. All right.
Wow, look at
fair
that.
enough.
Look at
I'm just gonna
that.
think about it. So I'm gonna take everything over there to my booth because they're just open. All right, hold on one second.
I'm sorry. Like, I'm just bad.
So I get over here on the speakerphone there. Collector that has this crazy high-end stuff is looking for a nice Senti, Crusader Senti. Joe's Crusader Senti may not be nice enough to do this Samson deal that they're trying to work out. Pat seems really sleepy. Looks a little groggy.
I don't want to be mean to anything. No, it's all.
It's 10 a.m.
All right.
11 a.m.
Then I gotta
crazy,
go over to the
crazy
booth, man.
Can I look at this 1 second here really quick? Yeah, cool.
There we go.
That's, you'd never seen that Flintstones game, CIV, before, ever. It's the kind of game you forget exists because you just never see the card even. Super rare Flintstones Game Boy game. Let's see. Nice black box, pretty good prices on that. Let's try to knock this out and really capture everything. I did some buying over here. I could go over that at the end of this video, what I've picked up here. I haven't been spending too much, on a budget. But I like these prices here. A good example of like where the market's down. Fragile Dreams, it's been pricier. Like $90 for a nice CIB. All these games are CIB, by the way. $20, No More Heroes 2. You know, it's like 30, Lost in Shadow. Solid prices. Already a few titles have sold. Some of the ones that I had my eye on because the price was a little too nice. I think it's selling out here. So.
Man, I've done this a couple times.
Oh, this is a good example of like what I'm talking about here. He's probably sold it already, but no, he hasn't. Mario Kart 64 for $30. Mario Party 2 for $30. Nice labels on them. 007 for 18. Like Joe might just need that for his shop. It's like too good, man. I'll tell you, like trade night last night, Retro Rick was buying people out on stuff. He's just buying lots of like shop stock that he needs, and he was paying. He'll buy that entire case. Like he was paying pretty much eBay retail on stuff, and 007 and 18's a little too cheap.
Travel a lot for these, and I'm like, okay,
Hey, Sam, do you need a 007 for $18? Somebody's got one. I'm not sure if it's just shop stock that you want to pay for $18 for. GoldenEye 64.
Yeah.
You want to give me 18? I don't have enough money.
Yeah.
I spent all my money. Good label. I just figured it's good as sold at the shop for 30.
See if they'll take 15.
I will.
That's
I will.
a more even number. Sounds like it's fun.
I'll do it.
have you played the new one?
All right, I'll pause the video so I don't waste y'all's time. All right, resume the video. Did $16 on 007 GoldenEye. So straight up shop stock for Rad Junk. I don't think they'll even put that out for sale. They'll just bring that back to the shop. Here you go. He did 16. Can't beat that. You gotta take that.
Hell yeah. I'll take it.
Anything cool to say? I saw you talking to Pat. I saw you almost do a Samson deal.
They're thinking about the Samson deal. Basically,
I overheard.
It's contingent on the condition.
Yep, I heard that.
Cinti, I offered to pay the difference on Samson,
And what would that be? Like 900 or something?
1,500.
Wow,
Yeah,
man.
3,000.
You wanna pay that kind of money?
Mint.
Okay.
However,
You wanna make bad decisions. You make bad decisions.
that felt like a good bad decision. Like,
When they're taking the centi,
Yeah.
if they're don't beat you down on that price, it's not bad.
and I spoke to Pat about really around weekend. That's potential. We'll see.
I'll talk to you about that later.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get his ass over to Really Rad
Yeah,
Weekend.
we'll see.
What are you doing with this cool stuff, Joe? Why don't you hold on to this and collect
I
this
want to
kind
sell
of
it.
idiot?
Gotta make money.
Bro, I didn't see you had this kind of stuff. God damn it, Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins. Like, come on, Joe. Joe's packing some of the coolest PSP stuff I've seen at Retropalooza this year. Yggdra Union. He's got all his Atlas, NIS, Xseed kind of shit. What are you doing? You don't sell this stuff, you hoard it. Hakuoki. This game's on 3DS, bizarrely. It's like a digital graphic novel. Kind of lame, but kind of cool. It looks cool, you know? It looks cool. It doesn't play cool. Classic Heroes, man. $20 seems a little too cheap. I'm gonna have him put it aside. Like, he's either slipping on the price. I'll help him out by putting it aside, or I'm just gonna take it off of him. If he wants to be at 20, like, I'm buying that. So, can I stash certain stuff? Like, I will buy it at y'all's asking price kind of thing. It's as good as sold to me. All right. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Let's get back to the action, shall we? Thought I saw Boogie for a second. We're gonna see like all these similar tier YouTubers, you know? It's like not your super S tier, you know, like Angry Video Game Nerd. Who else would be up there on the? It's got the Waz. It's like the one peg down, you know, where it's like anybody into retro gaming knows all these guys. I forget if John Riggs is here, but you know, we saw Pat. I forget if Ian's here. want to meet Ian. He seems chill. But all these guys know each other. A lot of them are from this region too. Texas is such a hot spot for collecting. Such a good sweet spot. Central United States, you know, so it's equidistant traveling for your Californians, guys from New York. You know, it's like make the pilgrimage to Central Texas. And lots of people do it. Alright, this alley seems a little bit non-video gamey and horseshoey. I've been down here. Let me turn around. This is not even close to prime time, and it's already feeling a little congested. Again, horseshoes, man, I'm avoiding them. Okay, this is the kind of booth I gotta show. Some of that curated, I can already tell it's like quality over quantity here. Yeah, I saw G to the next level over here. I think he's set up with these guys. 100% complete minty Mega Man 2 Game Boy 275. Solid price. I tell you, as a person that sells on eBay, and when I sell on eBay, I try to get as much as I can for stuff. When you got that minty shape of this era of gaming on a mega collectible IP like Mega Man 2, you can just shoot for the stars and land on the moon kind of thing. You know, buy it now, $900, jam mint. And then somebody says, hey man, I'll give you $500. It's like, okay, cool. I bought it for $275 at Retropalooza. Like, you can make money on that kind of a piece as a reseller. First print, super minty, slalom, complete, minty, absolutely beautiful balloon fight. Black box games, super mint. His prices are like no-brainer. Your high-end collectors will just snatch those up. Those will be gone tomorrow. Bet you. Fire Dogs manual. Somebody's gonna need that.
Good morning, Retropalooza. Coming up, the first panel of the day.
Look at the man balling out with the black boxes.
We have G to the next level on the second floor of the Sheraton. G to the next
Hard to
level.
find a nice label Mystical Ninja. Man, like that's a true rarity there. You know, not that rare of a game, pretty uncommon, but to see one looking that fresh, dude, that's good. That's as good as gone. Your 64 guys that are trying to full set still need Mystical Ninja. Why? Because they haven't found one with a good enough label. It's that kind of a game. Never seen that Cannondale Cup before. Never seen that in my life. Bay-based kids, pretty uncommon. It's not too common anymore that I come across a game where it's just like, yep, nope, never seen before. There you go. And I want to say possibly this solitaire game being one I've just never seen before. Mega Man Soccer. Sick.
Mac, like an old Mac.
Breakthrough. Haven't seen that one too many times. Looks familiar. Got the Turbo Man over here.
These are the two we want.
Let's discover some more. Getting kind of cotton mouthy. Need a drink. Import PS1. Import stuff. This guy's all import. We'll keep rolling.
We have the money for it.
Nintendo Powers. Haven't seen a lot of that stuff. I think people are definitely realizing like, oh yeah, that stuff is in demand. It's in demand now, worth bringing out. But I'm not seeing a whole lot of people coming really strong with, for example, a bunch of graded stuff or just a booth full of NPs and magazines. Haven't seen that. I think this time next year we'll start seeing that. I think that market's picking up. Popularity to collect that stuff is increasing. I skipped over this because I filmed it yesterday, but this is Mighty Mike Video Games, Tampa local. Comes to all the events, and he's one of the strongest showings here as far as just like, look at this high-end cabinet. One of the strongest high-end cabs that I've seen.
Nintendo posters.
$275 on that Devil Summoner 2 collector's edition. It's like a very typical showing of somebody's rare cabinet PS2 stuff. A few outliers, a few titles where you're like, yeah, you don't see that one too often, but this is like the common rare collector bait PS2 stuff. See, 800 on Bucky O'Hare, CIB. Good stuff. I'm like awkwardly filming people's stuff and talking about numbers, but like I don't want to engage with them. I'm trying not to make eye contact. Like I don't want to fucking introduce you to my video kind of thing. Don't want to be that guy. I just want to film your shit. Getting in there. Sega Steve here. Coolest dude I've ever met. Talked his ass off last night at trade night. We'll do it some more too when he's not busy. Maybe after hours. Come pick his brain about Sega some more. Look at him with an import pulse, man. Bro. And it's all like duplicates. Like he's not separating that from his collection. It's like, nah, I've got a second copy of
I don't want to go too heavy in the beginning.
the Lords of Thunder at Robo Elise, man. Looks like he sold Guardian Heroes already. It's too good to be true, man. $200 I think, 200 flat on a minty Guardian Heroes. Like, come on, man. Sucks to see because I would pay that. I just don't want to spend my money too early, you know. Hey, what's up, man? Dude, I love this booth. Look at that Pulse, man. Sold Guardian Heroes for 200. Like, of course it's gone.
I just walked in, so I kind of wanted to see the floor and see what jumped out of you immediately on that. Gotcha.
Ryan, it's a light Crusader of Senti.
I remember when that game was like $20 and less, and you couldn't fucking
Yep,
get it.
all day long. Yeah. It was a pain in the ass to have because it's cardboard. It's like fucking cheap. It's just falling apart on me.
The game's not great.
Made by Treasury.
I know.
Yeah.
Probably the
I
worst
know.
game they ever made.
Yeah, right. That isometric 3D kind of style game sucks, in my opinion. Why is this $85? Oh, it's because it's
Cash. I bring cash for
it's like
a reason.
limited run kind of thing.
Yeah, that'll help you out.
Marvel Land is cool. Steve's got all this cool stuff. Look at that. Beauty. Alright, I just want to capture, just want to document. Steve, your stuff is amazing, man. Stuff is so good.
The rest of the higher end stuff.
Oh yeah. Do you mind if I get up close and personal with it? Yeah, I learned my lesson on Kawasaki Superbike yesterday. Never seen it, never heard of it. Wonderful stuff, man. The Skeleton Crew is tempting also. Streets 3. Awesome stuff, Steve, man. You sold was it your Guardian Heroes that was out
No,
here?
that was not my Guardian Heroes. That was cheese.
And it's sold, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see it. Damn it. Awesome. I'm going to talk to you later when it's not busy for you. Love that guy.
Walking around with that massive erection from all the jeans and stuff. Yeah.
Massive erection about what?
I said, how can you be walking around with that massive erection from all the jeans?
Dude.
You know where Retro Rick's booth is?
No, does he have a booth? Let's go find it. Come walk with me. I think I've been walking everywhere else and I haven't seen his booth.
Neither have I. I walked through like twice. I sold his little slave employee at Booze Fury on GBA, and he says it doesn't work.
You sold a Boost Fury?
Yeah, and he said it didn't work.
Oh shit.
I've tested it, and I know it worked. I mean, it tested it like 2 years ago, so it might have died. That's the only thing I can think of.
That's weird.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm making this rule where it's like I don't bother going into horseshoe-shaped booths.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a trap. And anybody who makes that decision to do that booth setup typically doesn't have good stuff. I don't know. It's just a correlation I'm sensing.
Really, really good stuff, and like you're never gonna fucking get in there.
Right, yeah, that's either that or they're just like inexperienced and their stuff is really good, underpriced, and I'm missing out on all these horseshoe booths. But I peek in there, man, and it's all just kind of like ho-hum stuff, you know? There's no way I can even get in here. This is rush hour right now. I'm gonna separate from you, Ryan. I'll see you later. Yeah, too much. Just pulled off the shelf of your game store and brought out to Retropalooza. No offense to you, guy, but boring. Kind of boring. Is this your booth?
Yeah.
The Game Wizard? You guys do a horseshoe. Why did you do this setup? I guess there's no other way to get all your stuff set up. It just sucks though. You got to stand outside of your booth and then people get crammed in here.
In the back of the booth, we have so much stuff. It's junked
Oh,
up with.
right.
That's where I would usually sit.
That works actually. Okay, that's actually, yeah, Aaron has a point. You can squeeze yourself in over there. I just mean for the shoppers and stuff. You get somebody that's like gonna stick their ass out here and, you know, shop around for too long. Nobody can get in.
Look, our neighbor's got the same setup, technically.
A lot of people do that setup. I just think you lose a lot of
Do
space.
you like that setup better, maybe?
Yes, and what you can do is you have just so that I know it's less like I can't put out as much stuff, but then you just kind of have depth and they can see stuff. You know what I mean? But
Right.
it works
So you
either
have
way.
that back one in the front.
Yeah, I would bring that one up to the front.
Like, how do
Exactly.
we go to the bathroom?
Come on, you just crawl under the table or something. It's not that. It's not rocket science. But good luck to you, Aaron.
Yeah, this is the last one at this convention hall.
And then they're going to a different
Well, because
spot.
this building got sold. It's going to be like an art gallery or something. So I don't know
weird.
where they're going to move it to.
Shit, they got to find something.
They've
And
been
I'm sure
here
Dallas
forever.
has got to be hard to like get the good price on a spot.
7th or 8th one I've been to here in Dallas. I come to this one every year.
And they keep it at this location.
Yeah, so this one, and then usually we stay at the Sheraton. But
Right.
they're booked because the Cowboys had a home game.
Yeah. I know scheduling got mixed up for this year's Retropalooza. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Good luck, Josh. Looks like I've seen it all. Wasn't able to poke into some of those horseshoe booths. I just ain't gonna. Lords of Thunder on Turbo Duo. Ballerine Land 2 is very, very hard to get on DS. That's a sleeper. I like seeing Wolfchild on Sega CD. Don't see that version too often. All right. What's he got in the water slabs? Ah, your typicals. Your typicals for grading.
Where are you from?
Came down for work. I work for the FAA.
Oh, cool, man.
And had to go to Oklahoma City for 2 weeks for some training classes. And I realized
I captured. They didn't bring out everything to Trade Night last night, but they had some of their stuff out at Trade Night. Retro Bash has a YouTube channel. Highly recommend it because he keeps it short, sweet. Mike goes over his pickups, and I feel like there's a lot to learn from the way he recaps like how the deal went down. It's not just interesting, but it's educational. When you when these more experienced collectors kind of share their thoughts and experiences, and learn from guys like Mike. All right, I'm gonna end on whatever the hell's going on here, but there's seems to be some energy. Maybe the best prices here at Retropalooza going on in here. 'Cause look at that, Slam City. Bro, that's what I'm saying. You don't want to do a horseshoe. Like, look at this, man.
$2 game. All games are $2.
Look at that.
Golden tickets to win prize $25.
Imagine running that booth. It's just stressful. CIB sealed soundtrack, $70. Project Crossdown, X-Down. Seems like a solid price there. Just off the dome, you know, off my memory bank of the last time I looked it up. Seems like a good deal. 18 on Shattered Soldier, really nice CIB. I can feel it, I can tell. Manual's in there. These prices are just good, just solid. Just saying the prices are just solid from what I'm seeing on a lot of stuff. But what's that?
Or overpriced.
Yeah, seeing some of that, but the market's just so down. I think it's like a perception thing, you know, where somebody might be like full blown, just straight eBay retail, and I look at it like, damn, those prices seem good,
Right.
you know. I'm gonna wrap this video up. Is there anything interesting that you saw out here before I close the video, or just like a
Nah, I'm sure you've seen most of it.
holy grail kind of piece that Outback Joey? You've seen one of those? I haven't seen one of those.
I saw a sculptor's cut box for $4,300.
Sounds about right.
Fucking joke.
Yeah.
Pac-Man. $2 games.
What are you wearing right now?
You're welcome.
Dude, if you do a somersault right now, I'll give you $50.
Oh, my back.
All right, I think I'm burned out. I'm getting boring. Time to end it. I guess close off with showing Rad Jump. I haven't really seen their setup. Haven't shown what they brought yet. And I already saw PSP stuff that I'm gonna grab for myself. So one thing Rad Junk does is video game vinyl. They're one of the few booths out here that I think is providing that. I thought there'd be a lot more people jumping in onto that trend now, but it's a blowing up scene in video game collecting communities dedicated to video game vinyl. It's all like underground bootleg stuff, questionable legality. You know what I mean? Like people just bootlegging vinyl and making badass covers. Is that what they call it in vinyl collecting? What do they call the sleeve on a vinyl record? That's called the cover or
jacket.
The jacket. That's the term.
Yeah.
I should have known. But yeah.
Skitchin playing right now.
Hey, are there like certain brands of video game vinyl that are like, you know, like a known line of like?
So the top is Moonshake. They
Moonshake.
did bootleg pressings that were very limited, mainly Nintendo properties. They're very expensive, very hard to find.
Let me
very
get
good
inside.
Quality, heavy pressings on the vinyl. So this is a Moonshake vinyl.
Okay.
This is Sonic the Hedgehog 3 soundtrack.
It's just like high quality like materials that it's made of. Let me see the back.
And this is all music that
cool.
is not officially
Is that Michael
licensed.
Jackson?
Yeah, so they take the soundtrack and put it on technically illegally or whatever.
Right.
Whatever. And Moonshake's the best of the best. And then
Moonshake.
there's other companies like Mondo and Respawn Records that are more mainstream, and some of their stuff's getting expensive. Mondo was actually bought by Funko, and
Interesting.
Funko closed part of that arm, so now some of the prices are rising.
Their stuff is probably more licensed, right? Like they probably, you know,
Get over here.
legitimize it.
Trade you for some t-shirts.
Let me get a drink real quick. Thirsty as hell. Yeah, let's do this. Never had Liquid Death before. About to do a Liquid Death review. A little dangerous, opening a can of water right next to the electronics.
We have a 2 and 3.
Liquid Death is delicious. 8 out of 10. Solid. Would buy again.
Alright, Dave, stop vlogging to your rolling fans.
What would you rank their setup on a scale of 1 to 10? All honesty.
Solid 6.5 to 7.5.
6.5, 7.5. Ryan
I like
ranking
the
on
I
the
like the
setup.
pile and big setup.
I have to agree with you, and I think it's smart that they didn't horseshoe it. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
easy access to get in there, browse around, and I agree with you. Just like stack it up, let people see it.
More visible. Like just walk by and be like, oh, that's I need NES shit. Like, right?
Yep. If it's a certain tier where it's like, I don't mind people getting their hands on it. It's like, yeah, you just let them go through. I like booths like
Yeah.
Rad Junk here where they're trusting enough of customers to let them handle $50, $60 tier stuff. You know, it's like they got enough people to have eyes on the product. But you know, you don't want to have to ask all the time to just look at this $20, $30 game that you want. You just want to see if it's got the manual. You just want to take a look at the disc. And it's like, I like those booths where they're trusting enough to put it out there for you to touch and handle.
You gotta look happy. I know it's hard.
Allie, get in here.
And in my opinion, you know, like I was giving high props to those booths that really curated a great collection of stuff, all killer, no filler. I'd say Rad Junk scores a solid, like, based on comparison to other booths, like 8 out of 10. Give them an 8 out of 10 on the whole, like, not wasting your time bringing out a bunch of dog shit. It's like they took some effort into picking out cool stuff, collector type
They
stuff.
literally just piled their fucking shelves in boxes. What are you?
No,
what kind of
not
bullshit?
literally. No. That's what I'm saying. I'm giving them credit for like actually putting in a little effort. Where I saw some booths, they legit just pulled, you know, empty. They tipped their shelves over and dumped it into buckets and just threw it up on tables. And it's like, I don't got time for that. You know, it's like I don't got time to find a gem among 100 bullshits. You know, stuff you see all the time. But I will say they did kind of do that Rad Junk with their NES box stuff. But that stuff just doesn't move. I'm sure that stuff you've seen it sitting at Rad Junk for like a couple years.
Yeah, but it's
Certain
not out in
CIB.
the open either. And I feel like dog shit CIB NES stuff, like it might move there because people need
just checking it
dog
off
shit.
the list. Yeah. That's exactly the idea.
Like you're like, no one's gonna buy soccer CIB for $8. Well, people need soccer.
Right.
$8.
Another example is like,
Dumb
I don't
stuff.
care how dog shit the title is, you bring out every 32X game you got to a Retropalooza. You know, that's a good example. Same with
Because
Game
someone's
Gear.
gonna pay $150 for a fucking Blackthorn card on
Right.
Like,
And they'll also pay $10 for, I don't know the cheapest games on 32, but they'll,
I don't think there are any $10 games.
probably
on
not,
32X
15,
anymore.
20, but even your bottom tier 32X games, like some collector's going to be like, cool, I just picked up a console and I'm just buying anything I can see that's 32X. So that's the kind of stuff you don't care about the quality,
Send me-
you just bring it out.
Did you guys want like a post picture to like post of the booth? Because this would be perfect right here with no one's here.
Their handout stuff was smoking too the other day. It looks like they've sold some of the key titles that I was noticing before. But at first glance, I'm like, nah, what am I talking about? I don't see much cool stuff. It's like, no. Take a closer look. What is that? Kono? What the hell? What is that game right there for $10? Oh, it's an animated series. Some cartoon show. Special Forces 2. That's a Metal Slug clone. I'll have to check the price on that. That may be one I'm interested in. I'm in people's way, damn it. But yeah, Revelations. It's in the SMT series. Robopon.